Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well, and all the salutations, all the Akim and Aqua out there that are pushing the truth and obeying the truth. May the Most High be with you to the end of all things. I just wanted to share, that we are a people of slavery and oppression, and we've been through so much as a people, and like I said, through hardcore slavery, and then after the hardcore slavery, then the Jim Crow era, and the civil rights era, and on up to the present situation that we're in. Like the saying is, nothing changed but the weather. Everything remains the same, even though it seems different. The only thing really different is how the game is being played. It's more mental than just physical. But now, as we're approaching these end times, it's becoming physical again, and more bloody again. And it's only going to get worse. The scriptures bear witness to that. There's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble that have been never seen on the face of the earth. So you got to understand, that even though we went through slavery and oppression, and we are discriminated and still presently discriminated to this day, the Most High in the scriptures in the Bible, the Most High is a separatist. The Most High is Jim Crow. This Bible is Jim Crow for Israel. And I'm going to prove it through the scriptures. And these scriptures are really basics. They're not really super deep. If you've been in the truth for, just a couple of months, you'll probably know and understand these scriptures. But the Most High is Jim Crow for Israel. And Israel is going to be Jim Crow for us. It's going to be Israel only. For this, that, and the other. Israel owning the businesses. Israel owning dominion over this area and over that area. It's going to be Jim Crow for Israel. So starting at Deuteronomy 7:6, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your forefathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh in Egypt." So, the Most High specifically shows a possession of Israel, and he's possessive. He always says his, mine, his people, and on that sort. And so I'm just showing you, basic scriptures that the Most High is Jim Crow for Israel. We're not going to be discriminated. We're going to be discriminators. The other nations we're going to have to break down. We're going to have to teach them a lesson here and there. But Edom's just going to get a flogging. Edom's going to get a beating, man. We're going to beat the shit out of Esau. So, there ain't no hope for him, man. The only hope for his woman, if she looks good, she's going to be a good concubine. Other than that, he's going to be punished, man. I mean, punished beyond all recognition. And then let's go to Amos 3:1. And here we go again, Amos 3:1. "Hear the word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known for all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." Who else went into the transatlantic slave trade? Who else went under the Spanish conquest? Under, what's his name? The Spaniard, I can't think of his name right now, Shalakia for that. But who, what other nation went under hardcore slavery and were butchered like chickens headed for foster farms? Nobody but Israel. Nobody can lay claims but the Negro, Hispanics, and Native Americans of that type of brutal treatment, and also being sold as slaves and bondservants, and our children separated. We can only lay claims to that as a nation. No other nation on the earth can lay claims to that. And you'll have some dumbass say something like, well, you know, well, the Irish, which some Irish are Israelites, the Irish, you know, they came on boats and this and that. Well, yeah, you came in boats here to United Snakes of America. Of course you did. But you weren't under oppression. You weren't shackled and shitting and pissing and throwing up on one another. That didn't happen to you. You came here on your own free will with stolen land waiting on you, with blood on it. So you're not the Israelites, and no, you can't compare your past to us. Period. Well, my father died in a street fight, and this, oh well, you know, tough titty. That's on him. Your whole nation didn't die in a street fight, and was taken captive, put on boats, and shackled up, and you know, sold as, you know, as cattle on an auction block, like it talks about in Job, starting at Job chapter 3, verse 1. That didn't happen to you. Like I said, you're going to get a taste of the Most High's Jim Crow when we get into the kingdom. Let's see. And I'm going to go to, let's see, Psalms 147. Verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto his Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Most High. And it's evident that the other nations don't know them. They don't keep them. And they know that those scriptures and those judgments are in the book, but they don't care. They have no fear of the Most High. You know, they figured out, hey, we're the devil. You know, we might as well, you know, try to get rich and do everything that Satan tells us to do, you know, to keep in power. And we may even have a chance to whoop the Most High. You know, we may, you know, our Star Wars system is highly advanced, and I think we can take it. And that's the mindset of this devil. That's the mindset of these Edomites. You know, the Bible goes through many, many scriptures and examples of him bragging and boasting about himself. And I believe it's definitely in Isaiah 14, where he sets his nest, you know, upon the stars, Obadiah. Yeah, but the Most High said he's going to throw him down. But once again, this is just an example, a scriptural example of the Most High's Jim Crow for Israel. The Most High is a bigot for Israel. Let's go to Revelations 2. Oh, I'm sorry, Revelations 21 and 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written therein, which are the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. So wait a minute here. Now what does it say? Because, you know, the pork chop pastor rarely reads this scripture, and most so-called Christians read this and it never sinks in, because their pineal gland is calcified. Let me read this again. Revelation 21 and 12. And had a great and high wall. This is talking about the, you know, the gates leading into the kingdom and leading into Israel. And had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Now, so that really destroys the spiritual Israelite doctrine that is spread throughout these churches, these synagogues of Satan that you call a church, that the Most High clearly tells you in Acts 7:48 and Acts 7 and 48. 7:48 in Acts. What is that? The other one. You don't slack on that, but go to Acts 7 and 48 if you get a chance. And the Most High clearly is not worshipped and doesn't show up in tabernacles and buildings. The Most High, he doesn't flow like that no more. After Yahushua died, and you know, he ripped the curtain of the curtain of Solomon and left the temple to never go back. So the only thing that's in them churches is Satan. Satan deceiving you from the left-hand side, giving you miracle signs and lying wonders. That's what's cracking in them churches. But once again, there it is. It says the 12 tribes. The gates are only for the 12 tribes of Israel. So that's just further evidence that the Most High is a separatist. The Most High only loves Israel. And the Most High has Jim Crow laws against you Edomites and you other nations for Israel. So the Most High is going to pay you back for what you did to Israel. And trying to undermine him and trick him and try to make on, you can try and make up some Israelites and put them in Israel. Man, them daggone curly head, Undertaker looking guys, they're not Israelites, they're just devils. Mamzer. And with that being said, I'm going to close out. Shalom.